You were just like me, with someone disappointed in you. I've become so. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Earth 2 OMI VeVe update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So we do have a little bit to go over based on the title and thumbnail of the video, and it just saying what I think important locations are in Earth 2. I've said South Korea for a long time. Obviously, America, we got there as well. But we also have I think Austria is going to be one of the biggest locations in Earth 2 because the trailers that have been done is in Austria. The trailers that have been in the where it shows like the game engines and the buggy going out and having the graphics kind of look like Crash Burnout. It looks like it's all in Austria, and you can again the trailer when it shows the 3D rendering and all that, it looks phenomenal. And where they said they might have a phase 2, what do you call it? Just like a beta testers for phase 2. They said they might happen to do one country that they're not going to tell anyone what it is. I think it's going to be Austria. I think that's going to be the one country where it all begins, where it all starts, and then slowly but surely it starts to other countries that it might start with. After Austria, then go to Germany, then Italy. Maybe it starts in Europe, and then it spreads like that. Then it'll go to Russia, China, and then somehow go from Russia to Alaska, and that's how it gets to Canada and the U.S. I love that meme that says like, oh, what is this state up here? Oh, that's left Canada. It's Alaska. But I think that'd be really cool to have it. If anyone's played the game, I think Contagion or like Virus or whatever, where you start a virus one place and then it spreads everywhere else. I think this could be like that, where the mining of Earth 2 starts in Austria and then it goes. And again, this is all speculation, but again, it would make some poetic sense because you have the trailers all being in Austria. So I like that a lot. If it's not, oh well. But those 200 Class 1 tiles that you see in the thumbnail, those are mine. I have had those for a while. It's in their stock, I think, somewhere in Austria. But outside of that, if it's not there, oh well. But I do check Antarctica, Brazil, India, South Africa, and Interstat every single day to see if it goes there. I check multiple times a day. I feel like a freak. Like I'm checking like, oh, I feel like one of those people that, like embezzlers check their bank account like, every 2 hours or whatever. Feel like a kid like check like, oh, checking the fridge. No, nothing there. Oh, maybe if I check the fridge again, something will be there. It hasn't happened yet. As far as the VeVe and OMI goes, we do have that DC bombshell drop on Thursday, so I'm very excited for that. And we should have another. I don't know if we're gonna have 2 drops next week also, but if they even once a month, if they do the drops twice a week, I'm so excited for that. And how much OMI is too much OMI? Well, how much risk do you want to take on? I mean, if you want to be safe, like super safe, just buy a little bit of Bitcoin and don't risk your money. But even if you're super safe and you don't invest at all, because investing is risk, between inflation and printing, no, that is not good. You will actually lose money by that because you're not. Inflation goes up like 8% a year just because you have the people changing their prices. You have them printing trillions of dollars more each year. The U.S. government. So Bitcoin would probably be safest, but I believe that the idea of going all in is not for everybody. Again, any classic investor, any millionaire money manager will be like, no, just put 5% of your holdings into any one thing. This way you diversify a bit, but good companies. But I didn't get where I am today by doing that. I didn't get where I am today by playing it safe. I went all in on all of these other different projects, and you make the argument, well, he probably just got lucky. It really only happened, like 4 or 5 times. And yeah, maybe that's possible. But again, if you do it attached to good projects, I think you're much more likely to. Again, you could lose everything. So by all means, don't invest any money you're not willing to lose. I have 12 million OMI now. I have actually bought another couple $100 worth of OMI this morning, so that order should fill, and figure it's 0.0015 now. Maybe I got minimum another 250,000 OMI, so I'll have 12.25. and that's something that I think will pay me huge dividends in the future. And I haven't even sold this big card yet. Can't wait to sell, and I want to sell it so soon, because I know at any day, at any point, especially before San Diego Comic-Con, I definitely want to sell it before then. But if I can't, oh well. I mean, this OMI that I have will be worth a heck of a lot more. There was another video on OMI as well. The video, there was someone, it was like a day ago, just talking about price predictions. And the price prediction basically ended at like 3 cents at the end of 2023. I'm sorry, the end of 2022. It was 3 cents. And I'm thinking like, okay, oh, thank you guys for 5 likes. That means the world to me. But there was no rhyme or reason behind that. I imagine the person maybe did a little research, and maybe there's reasons why. But that also seems like a really small, conservative, everything goes wrong, bear case scenario for 3 cents by the end of 2022. It's a year and a half away. I just don't see that happening. That's very, very low. 3 cents by the end of the year? Yeah, sure, possible. But end of next year, no. Again, just my opinion. Also, I came from Guidebook Gaming. I just watched a little bit of their stuff as well, and a link down below for them. I wasn't able to watch last night, but the the idea where they had said they had gone over their creator showcase, where they look at all the channels that create YouTube content, and of course I do every day, twice a day, but not everybody else does. In fact, nobody else does, including Earth2 themselves, including the channel. Me and Guidebook Gaming are the only ones that come out with content every day, and I don't even make every day. Sometimes, a lot of times I do twice a day, but sometimes on weekends, because of the girlfriend and because of other things, I just don't get to do it. But if I could give advice to VeVe, the Akomi team and the Earth2 development team, just put out a new video every single day or even every week. Just, hey, this is what we're working on. And don't give away stuff. Just like, hey, this is what we were last week, this is what we're doing now. Even a small fun video just of the staff working. Just like, oh, hey guys, oh, here's Wolfgang, here's Nathaniel, and here's like Shane trying to stay up. Like falling asleep at his desk. That would, just the activity on YouTube would really help people. It would really help people understand, like, hey, all right, you guys are working, and I think that would be really good. So if you guys could do that, I think that would be give a lot of reassurance to everybody. Again, I'm all in on Earth 2. I love that game. It's not even a game yet. Phase 2 will be coming out. Thank you guys for 10 likes. I think that would really help, to ease people's concerns about Phase 2, because it's supposed to be in the first half of this year. It's supposed to be in June, but even if it doesn't, they did say it'll come out in July, even if it doesn't get for June. So yeah, I digress. Moving on, I'm gonna go all over the Q&A here. Nomad with Guitar says first, Jack is second, and Amari Doucette says officially second. I don't know. But what's going on, guys? How's it going, Jack? How's it going, Amari? How's it going, Nomad? Nomad says, I on Randy like he's a VeVe drop. 10:15 a.m. and 10:15 p.m. 2 streams every day. Thank you guys for 10 likes. That means the world to me. Jack says third. Alone, what's going on, buddy? Says Randy, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? Maxwell Cook says, never enough OMI. Yeah, no, never enough. Never give up. Trust your instincts. Again, I want to get, like 40 million, because that'd be great. Like, I could literally, if I get 40 million, I could literally sell 1 million OMI every year. Oh, that's insane to think about. I wouldn't, though. I would sell, maybe when it gets to 10 cents, I would maybe sell 1 million just to have like 100,000. Okay, get a house, actually get an actual house, but mostly just to rent it out. And then outside of that, I would go and say, all right, at 42 cents when I do my 5-figure giveaway, where I just give away $10,000. Again, at 42 cents, I'll sell another million, and then at 69 cents when I do another 5-figure giveaway, sell another million. So pretty much by 2025, I aim to I aim to sell 3 million, and out of my 40 million that I would have at that point, and let's say 2026, I'll do, when it reaches $1, I'll sell another million. So in 5 years, I'll sell 4 million. And I will, assuming that it does get to $1 by 2026, end of 2026, I would have sold 4 million. I would still have 36 million left. Do a bunch of those giveaways, And then I guess $1.50 would be kind of funny. So I would do that. Maybe sell another million at $1.50, and so I don't know. Maybe by 2030 it goes to $3. Sell again there. So I have 34 million left at 2030, and I'd just be, oh my god, that'd be insane. So if it is $3 at the end of 2030, let's say 30 million, be super conservative. It's not, yeah. So I would 34 million. I'd have $102 million in OMI. That'd be insane. Again, when it gets there, which nobody has a crystal ball, and maybe by 2030, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's only $1 by 2030, but I'm thinking it's gonna be $1 much sooner. Again, we also don't know exactly where it's going to go. I could be wrong on the conservative end when they have a big exchange going to Immutable X and the Ethereum blockchain, and it just let's say they announce Disney and Pokemon and all. Again, I don't expect them to do that all at once. Although at Comic-Con, announcements are pretty much a given at Comic-Con. Whether you're DC, whether you're Marvel, whether you're Disney, does not matter. Things at Comic-Con get announced. So I'm be ready. I don't have insider information, but just based on the history of Comic-Con and what happens there, yeah, be ready for a big announcement at Comic-Con. I don't think they'd have a big announcement before then. I think they would wait till Comic-Con. But either way, I'm filling my bag as much as I can. Again, spent another like $500 in there this morning, getting as much as I can. So, Earth 2, I think the same thing. People. We have a lot of Earth 2 users just when there's not much to do. When Phase 2 comes out and people are like, oh, this is what we can do. Yeah, be prepared. Am I Scar? Be prepared. Wes says, kind of sucks that 17 billion OMI get unlocked every quarter unless there are whales buying hundreds of millions of OMI. Might be hard to grow OMI this year, but there are a ton of catalysts coming. Go all in or go home, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I do. I don't know for how long 17 billion are. I know in August they're going to have a couple more billion unlocked. I don't think, is it that high? Can you send me a link or yeah, send me a link on like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter where it is, because 17 billion seems very high for that. That being said, like a lot of the first 100 wallets, yeah, there's a couple of people there with like 1 or 2 billion in there. So if they want to liquidate, a couple 100 million, for each of them, yeah, that makes sense. Again, I don't know why you'd want to liquidate at these prices. Maybe in August, and again, that's why it would be kind of smooth if they said, oh well, we're get to liquidate in August, so let's have a big, huge announcement at Comic-Con. That actually does make sense, making the price go phew right before they liquidate. That would make a lot of sense. So yeah, actually, good point, Wes. If it is in August, or it is in August, and they liquidate more. But in July, they have this big announcement, so it goes up to, let's say, half a penny. Yeah. Also, OMI's up 22% in the last day. So if you bought it at bottom, literally 24 hours ago when I was doing a stream, it was at 0.0011 or 15. And now it's up to 0.0015 or 16, and it's up 22% in 24 hours. No Matter What Guitar says, Kalalulu. I don't know what that means, but Kalalulu to you, sir, too, as well. Sniper says, where's Earth 2 Meta gone? He's taking a little while. His personal info got leaked because people are a-holes, and he's like, all right, this is not worth it. It's too much, which I understand, I don't give out really any of my personal info as well. I don't even have P.O. Box. People that want to send me stuff, I tell them to go to my friend Tyler, who I should be seeing this Friday. He's a cool dude. I love him, man. He's awesome. But yeah, I don't, even when I have, maybe you might be able to see it if when I start the real estate company, and the real estate company, say like, oh, it'll show the actual houses that I have, and maybe you can see it that way. But for the most part, I'm an open book though, outside of everything else. I live in Long Island. I'm going to Florida. I tell you about my girlfriend all the time, and stuff that goes on in my life. So yeah. Ethan Youngberg says, I'm only 17 and no place will let me register an account to buy cryptocurrency. A way for me to get OMI. That sucks. Ideally you'd want to stay, on the right side of the law, because let's say if you make something and it's not necessarily legal, and then you have a people find out about it and they say, well, this started when you were illegal, so we're going to take all your stuff. I would really hate to see that happen. I don't know when you turn 18. There's going to be either have a someone that you trust 100% with your life, like with your life. I would say maybe, hey, if they're 18 or 19, whatever, and they have an account, like, okay, go and do that. Like maybe mom or dad, or again, only somebody that you like literally trust with your life. I do that with Aria Realty, not because I'm not 18. Clearly, I'm much older. But it's because Bit4X, the app tends to close on my phone. I think Nomad with Guitar says there's two apps. One is like a beta version, one's an updated version, and the old one actually works from what Nomad with Guitar says, and the other one just doesn't. Maybe I have the new one. I don't know. But again, I send my stuff to Aria Realty, and Aria Realty does it for me, and then he sends it to my Trust wallet. So yeah. And Wes just sent me the link for the 17 billion that are going to be liquidated. 17 billion always going to be liquidated in August, I believe. So I'll take a look at that, and I might mention that on tonight's stream. Alone says, people talk about OMI unlocks, but always ignore that there are Satoshi and other huge whales who could flip the market all the time. Yeah, there's... Right now, I know of millionaires in the market, and multimillionaires, probably decamillionaires, but I don't know if there are any billionaires in the market. I think... Oh, excuse me. I think Investor Ali, I think JP, I think Alex, I think a bunch of these people, if they hodl, they could be billionaires in the future. But obviously, you don't want to wait 20 years to, to go and liquidate, unless you're, unless you are Ethan Youngberg, who's 17, and in 20 years will only be 37. That's insane. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. To be 17 again. Wow, that's a. I mean, I do romanticize it, but also I didn't like that age. 15 was great, but because 15 I had a girlfriend. 15 was good, but 17 I didn't have a girlfriend, and I was senior high school, and I just I just didn't care. I was so done with school by like freshman year. I didn't try like at all. So not a good age, because it's like, oh, what am I gonna do with my life? And if you don't know, that's fine. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. Even when I joined the military, I was like, well, see what happens. When I got out, I was like, okay, let me go and be an X-ray technician. So I went to college for a semester, community college, by the way, and then something better came along. Because I was in the veterinary medical world for like 9 years before I joined the military, and I was good at taking X-rays. So I figured, okay, well, if I can do this on the human side, probably a little bit easier, because I can actually tell my patients what I want them to do, and they won't try to bite me or scratch at me. And I thought, I figure, 10 years down the road, I'd be making like 90, 100 grand a year. But in the event of, in the interest of money and just being adaptable to change, like, it's okay to change your mind when new information comes. So again, I saw that possibility of making so much more money in the high risk lending industry. I was like, oh yeah, not going to school. Like, if I had still stayed with that, let's say I would have like just graduated, and I would have maybe been working for 1 or 2 years, and the thought of that just makes me want to bleh. But yeah, a bunch of whales could come in and flip the market at any time in the best way. And again, even once we're on a bigger exchange, I think that's it. We don't even need any new announcements. We could stay stagnant for a while. If at Comic-Con they announce, yeah, we're gonna be on Binance Exchange, girl, it's over. It's over. Because, God damn, sorry, excuse my foul language. There's so many hundreds of billions of dollars that goes into that. Oh yeah, you'll see OMI double and triple in price very, very quickly. No Guitar says, Kalalulu lucked out Jurassic Park first movie Hawaii strategy for Earth 2 for me, beautiful Earth. Oh, okay, yeah. I can't wait to see more beautiful areas in Earth 2, like people building and just people. I just can't wait to see like nature, like and maybe if there are some things in nature that are just so beautiful, I'll just buy the tiles. Like, all right, no one's building on this because it's too pretty. I think there would be stuff like that as well, where people buy tiles and they make it like a sanctuary, like a butterfly sanctuary, like a greenhouse, like they have in like New York City, like they have. God, all those places are so great. Obviously, I'm gonna have a penguin sanctuary in in Antarctica. That'd be great. Also, there's these new hybrids. I don't know what to actually call them, but polar bears, because they are, some of their land is being kind of like melted away and whatever, global warming. They're actually stretching farther and farther out, and they're mating with grizzly bears. And grizzlies tend to be a lot more aggressive, but the polar grizzly bear hybrids are super aggressive, and they're just it's a new species, and it is frightening. They're huge, and they're aggressive, and they're dangerous, and nature just throws curveballs every now and then. I would love to see something like that in Earth 2. Again, if they have breeding in Earth 2 for animals, that would be so heckin' cool. Cristobal Lopez says, hey, do you know what's going on in Equatorial Guinea? Like in real life or in Earth 2? Because I don't know either. I am not as well versed on human politics as I used to be, so I don't know. Can you give me like a Cliff Notes? What's going on? Like what do you see in Equatorial Guinea? Comment down below. What do your elf eyes see, Cristobal? Nomel Guitar says Kalululu Lookout. Oh, that sounds good. Kalululu Lookout seems like a stage in like a video game, or seems like a secret fort. Like they had in, I don't know if Rocket Power had that, or Recess. Recess was such a good show, where they had like the fourth graders fighting with the fifth graders about how to fort whatever they had. I don't know if it's like Fort Minor. No, that's a rap group. Fort Minor. This is 10% luck, 20% skill. I should sing that for my next Patreon member shout out. Well, I forget the name of the fort that they called it in Recess, but that's what it was. It was a good episode. So yeah, that'd also be really fun. Just kids playthings, or just adult playthings, where you just build like a giant fort and go through like a secret maze. Like, this is so cool. I wonder if you could have something. I don't know if it'd be possible, but like if anyone remembers Harry Potter, in one of the movies, they looks like a bunch of them are about to go into this really small tent, and it's like, guys, how are we all going to fit in there? And then Harry Potter, he goes in, and then he's like, oh, this is the tent. It's like there's a spell put on it so that it looks so much smaller on the outside, but on the inside it's huge. I don't know if that's a thing we could be able to do. I think actually we can. If, let's say you have one block, one tile, and you build like a house on the one tile, and then you put in one of those EPL things, one of those transport mods from one location to like another location which has like 9 tiles or 30 tiles, and you go in that transport, you go in one block and you come out another. It's like, oh, this is so cool. That's probably the best way we can do it right now. Rate that actually, that $5 super chat saying, what is the Essence utilization plan? Can we create resources from it? From what I understand right now, Essence is what we're going to be able to use and spend and utilize for building, for actually making wood. Yeah, like let's say like alchemy, like combine wood and ore to make steel, or wood and iron, or like 3 irons and gold, and you could make steel or silver. I don't know exactly how it would work, but you can use that to build. Apparently, you can use Essence to build. You can use Essence also to move locations, to move tile locations. Like if you have 750 tiles here and you want to move them over this way, I'm going to do that with Chaveztopia because I have so many tiles. I have a couple thousand tiles that are in Antarctica, but are not in Chaveztopia. They're just other places. So I'm going to take those and put, like that episode of SpongeBob, we should just take Bikini Bottom and move it somewhere else. Push. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take all of those things and I'm going to put it into Chaveztopia. So those are the 2 things that I know right now. There's a potential that for Essence, let's say it takes 5 minutes to be able to take a resource. You click a button that says mine, and then it takes 5 minutes. And what will that do will allow you to go to other properties that, all right, click mine, click mine, click mine, and by the time that's done, you can go and go back to your first property and it should be done. But what Essence, I think, can do is we'll be able to say whatever time that takes, let's say it takes 5 minutes, it might be able to cut it in half. Use some Essence, oh, okay, great. Go and cut that time down from 5 minutes to 2.5 minutes. And another thing, again, all speculation, but just other things that it could possibly do is if your mine rate goes, like once every 12 hours, use a bunch of essence, let's say it costs 10,000 essence, but if you get essence every day with tiles, and you have 100, you have 50,000 tiles, that's not that much. 10,000 essence to put into a property, and then now it mines quicker. Or if you have a thing where you put enough essence, let's say you start off, everyone starts off with, let's say those loot drops. If you're in the Warring World and people drop loot on your property, and somebody else mines on your property, maybe you only start off getting 10% of that loot or those resources. But with enough essence upgrades, it goes from 10% that you get from other people mining to 15% to 20%. I don't think there'll definitely be a cap, because I don't think it'll ever have, oh, even if somebody mines on my, I'm gonna get 100%. I don't think that'll happen. I think there'll be a cap to that, maybe like half. Well, if somebody mines on your own place, then they get half and you get half. I don't know how they would do that, where it might have to be a trick, because if it shows somebody that's maxed out their essence thing, people are like, well, this guy has maxed out his essence portfolio on this property, so if I mine on his property, I'm only going to get half of what's there. They might not. I think people are just going to do it anyway. But yeah, so that's a lot of things that essence could do, the utilization plan. And as far as building up properties, maybe the amount of essence that you put in goes into their algorithm somewhere to be able to say, okay, this place has so much essence, now it's part of the algorithm that shows on a top, like, most popular properties or most essence, see what they do with the place. And you have more people go there, more foot traffic, you get, I don't know. Again, so many possibilities, so many crazy things. I can't wait. I hope that answers your question, right, Dax. NorthAmericanHemp.com. What's going on? I like your comments. It's Rocket Power used to love that show, LOL, at the skate park with you on audio, but had to comment. Oh, a ska park? Skate park or ska park? Either way, yeah, thanks for the comment, NorthAmericanHemp.com. Really good questions you asked in the other stream the other day. So yeah, I hope, oh, so you don't get to see my fun mannerisms? It's probably best that you don't. Thank you guys for the 12 likes, that means the world. And again, thank you for that $5 super chat, Ray Tax. So that is my essence utilization plan. To be able to take essence and jewels, or take essence from other places, put it in Chaveztopia, but take jewels from Chaveztopia, put it in other places, so that they can get resources much quicker, and then put those into Chaveztopia. It all comes back to Chaveztopia. No Metal Guitar says, Kalalulu Lookout is a real place. Siri can't understand me. LOL. Because you're going to Kalalulu. You're speaking Kalalulu with so many things. It's like that Rocket Power Waikiki-Kamu movie. But okay, it's a real place. I gotta go and take a look at it, and maybe we could emulate that in Chaveztopia. Although it sounds like a tropical Hawaiian place, so maybe not. I mean, again, we're gonna take some stuff. This is another thing Essence could do. We should be able to terraform use Essence to terraform your tiles. To be able to go and say, okay, well, if we take this Essence and we spend it on this plot or this area in Chaveztopia, now Chaveztopia is no longer an ice kingdom. This little plot of Chaveztopia is a hot sauna. It's a spring. It's desert. It's wooded areas. I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be great. It's like one tile in the middle of Chaveztopia, just filled with trees. That'd be pretty fun. Alejandro Lorenta Garcia, howdy, says, there's going to be a big rally in stocks this year. Crypto might too, but next year is going to the worst crash ever, worse than 2008. I would love to read your research, Alejandro. That would be, I love things like that, like predictions. I know you have similes or similarities, parallels would be a better word, between now and what happened in 2008, what happened every so often. Banks do their doo-doo stuff. They do, I might do a video on that. I plan to do a lot of videos today. I have so much to do though. I'm gonna try to run, but I'm also gonna try to box. I need to go to the bank. I need to go to the post office. Bank not really for wire transfer. I need to get my safe deposit box, get out that first edition Shining Raichu, and send that out today. Overnight it because the dude needs it by Thursday, by tomorrow. Oh, hiccups. Yeah. So I might do a video on potential crash. But yeah, I'd love to read the research. Alejandro, if you could send that to me on Instagram, whatever. Maxwell Cook says, Essence is supposed to be how you purchase your EPL too, right? Oh yeah, I even forgot about that. I'm not sure how you're supposed to purchase EPL. But if Essence is one of the ways that you can do it, then great. Because again, it's something that's going to be spawned on tiles every so often. So bring it on. Bring on all the EPLs. Can't wait for that. Dr. Professor Kaminsky said, I don't know how to think about E2 right now. It feels like nothing special has been done so far in the past few months. Well, they had a bunch of videos recently, and they had a bunch of updates with Nathaniel Wolfgang in the chat. Shane had a video himself, and then E2 came out with a couple of videos. So I'm very bullish on it. I mean, if you want to be like yellow light, like kind of like just proceed with caution, you know, that by all means keep doing that. 30-minute Patreon member shout out. And he swears he loves you. Do you feel like a man when you push her around? Do you feel better now? She falls to the ground. I love red jumpsuit apparatus so much. Dr. Professor Kaminsky continues saying, I know that, but I see nothing new in the site. I mean, Easter eggs, those were given out, so that's new on the site. But yeah, outside of that, no, the updates that they do are just going to come at once. Yeah, so I mean, on the actual site, I don't know, when do you implement updates? Do you implement updates as soon as it happens, or do you want to really make sure? No, because again, the updates that they're going to do are probably going to be pretty huge. But I guess in the last few months, they did update the 3D map and the heat map as well. Again, those are relatively small. You know, it doesn't really affect gameplay right now. Might definitely will in the future. But yeah, right now, I agree. There's nothing too crazy has happened with the site. Everything for the most part still stayed the same. We're just waiting on that phase 2. Maxwell Cook says the resources are new in the site. Things are coming very soon. That's true. I even forgot the resources, which I don't know if they released those just because it was leaked first. I forget who leaked them. It was British guy Dorkslayer. I forget, but my throat. Sorry about that, guys. I streamed for like 2 hours last night. All for Nomad with guitar because he, I know he drives a lot, likes to listen to me. But the new resources, which again, only 8 of them right now. I believe that they're going to be more in the future. We know they're going to be more. How much more? Are we going to have 20 resources, 30 by the end of the game? I don't know. Maybe these are, again, the tech tree is something I'm very excited for. That's another thing Essence and Jewels might be able to be used for. A tech tree. If you go on and say, okay, if you spend this much Essence or Jewels, you unlock this tech tree. Or if you spend actual E-dollars, you can unlock this. And I don't know how big the tech tree is going to be, and we might not see that till later in phase 2, but oh my god, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for the economy. I can't wait for, again, in phase 2, if you go on the actual E2 website, it'll show you, it'll say we should be able to trade resources and buy and sell them with each other to stimulate our own actual economy. God, this is literally the birth of a new nation, but a new world, essentially. There's a bunch of new nations inside that world, but and I'm really curious to see the guilds like Silent Hunters Project, you know, Alpha Kingdom, Kraken. I don't know what Chavez Topia will be called. Chavez Topians, Citizens of Chavez. Oh, by the way, Dashy's starting a religion. So at the end of each video, we do a we do a thing. If anyone was here for that last night, we're gonna do that every single night. Will I make an actual the religion of Dashy, House of Dashy, Divine Dashy? I don't know. But y'all have asked for it many times, and that's a way that I could be able to marry people as well, which people had asked for before. You know, be an ordained minister at the Church of Dashy. I think that'd be great. So we'll keep you guys posted on that. Outside of that, me and Nomad with Guitar do have a $100 bet. I'll make a video on this too about Tesla. He thinks that because of, I guess, you know, losses with Bitcoin and maybe competition, that Tesla's stock price will go to $450 by the end of this year, so the last trading day. I think that is bananas, and I was like, I didn't even give like a high, which I don't know, it would be $750 at the end of the year, give or take. But I just said, okay, so if it's $451 by the end of the year, I get $100. If it's $450.99, then I give him $100. So if anyone wants in on this bet, anyone wants a piece of that action, let me know. Because yeah, that's just a fun bet. I'm gonna make a video about that too. I'm gonna do a lot of videos today. I'm going to keep myself busy. outside of that, if anyone wants some motivation for life, here it is. Go watch this 99ers documentary. Go get in shape. Go do some sit-ups. Go run. Go box. Go. Like I said yesterday, the most that I have learned is not sitting in a classroom. It's not even out in the field in the military, maybe, but it's really been boxing. It's really been like seeing what my body can do and pushing it past its limits. Find out where those limits are and then pushing past it. No problem, no matter guitar. And that's something that I will continue to do every day now. Again, I'm in the mindset now where okay, I'm not drinking anymore. I am. I mean, on special occasions I will, like my friend Dan's birthday party. I was on some Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds and drinking everything. And then in a couple weeks, I'm going to Atlantic City with a bunch of guys I used to serve with and girls that I used to serve with, and I just can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah, and I'll be able to see Ari Realty. Even Raythax gave me like a $20 super chat yesterday. Like, Scotch is on me. I was like, oh, thanks, man. We're going to toast you. We're going to make an actual post about you when we're there. We're just going to take a selfie and be like, this is for you, Raythax, my buddy, my band, my fam. And let me know if you guys want to see some drug videos in Atlantic City about it. Yeah, me and Ari Realty will be in the same room. We'll be in the same thing. So, Piehead says, greetings from Bonnie, Scotland. Always enjoy your infectious enthusiasm. Oh, thanks, man. There was a game I used to play called, it was like International Superstar Soccer 64, and I always played as Mexico because I liked them, and I just remember this one announcer, he was talking like this all the time. He'd go, Scotland has got away with a blatant foul. Oh, yellow card. Oh, red card. And he actually came to me in a dream one day. Scotland's great. I haven't gone yet. I really want to go to Glasgow, you know, the capital. But in a dream one day I was in like this library cafe type place, and I go and open the door, and my friend Joyce, my friend Miller, and some other dude, and I was like their servant, but I wasn't like pissed about it. I was just like saying, I was like, all right, guys, like, what do you want? And they wanted like ice cream, but they wanted cake as well. So what I did was, all right, like I got a piece of cake, and what I did was I was putting ice cream on like the sides of the cake, and I was broadcasting what I was doing, like announcing it and saying like, oh my god, that's the biggest piece of cake I've ever seen since 1956. And what's he doing? He's putting ice cream on the sides. What a madland. And the sprinkles on top. I haven't seen this since the Great Sprinkle God. You know, just, I went crazy with it. And I started laughing, and I was like, oh, no. And I woke up. I was like, what just happened? But yeah, that was one of the only times I woke myself up laughing. And I don't know why that voice happened to come to me and why I happened to speak it. That's another thing. So, scary story time. If you are easily frightened, this is not for you. I've had sleep paralysis multiple times, and one of the last times I got it was 2018. I was in one of my older apartments. I don't think I ever made any videos from there. And what happened was, I get sleep paralysis for whatever reason. I'm sleeping like this, and like the I am Jesus pose, like, and as I'm sleeping like this, I go and I wake up. I was like, oh no, and I feel something behind me, and I'm trying to get up, and I'm like whining. I'm like being like a little girl, like, no, stop it. And then I suddenly think to myself, wait a minute, I'm Randy heckin' Chavez. And I'm about to like go Super Saiyan, I'm about to go like Wolverine, go and like break out of it. But before I get to do so, before I get to like go Super Saiyan, Brown Wolverine, whatever, I hear a voice come out of me that is not my own. It is not my voice whatsoever. It sounded like the voice of the King of the Dead from Lord of the Rings, and it actually said the line, "Who dares enter my domain?" And then as soon as they said that, the hold on me was like released. I was like, and I looked behind me, but there was a wall behind me. Like, what just happened? What just happened? Like, it was so freaky. It was so scary. Something like, I don't know what that was. It was like a demon inside of me. Like, nope, this is my host. But I have an anti-demon possession tattoo, so it shouldn't have happened. Yeah. I hope I went off on a tangent like that, but I'm glad to see that you like my infectious enthusiasm. I do want to go to whenever I think most of Europe is open now to Americans, and wherever I have to go to fly, to sell that card, I'll do. But yeah, Austria, Germany. I haven't even been to Scotland yet, but Austria, Germany, England, Ireland, Spain, Azores, and Portugal. Oh God, I've been a lot of different. I'm definitely forgetting a few places. Italy. Oh, Italy was great. Italy's so expensive though. What's it like in Scotland? Are they British people like can drink me under the table? Germans, yeah, a lot of them too. Like I feel like such like an unaccomplished person when I go to Europe, where everyone speaks like 3 different languages, and they could all like outdrink me. It's like, man, this is this is like new information. The first time I went there, it was like 2016. It's like, yeah, this is weird. But every time I go to Germany, I do see a movie. I think the first time I went, I saw one of the Harry Potter movies, but it was the new ones with I don't know what he's called. He played in like The Greatest Mind. He played Stephen Hawking, but he also plays one of the guys in the Harry Potter movies. And then I saw Captain Marvel last time I went. That was so cool. And a big difference I see between European movie theaters and American movie theaters. That in American movie theaters, when Thor and Rocket Raccoon and everyone shows up, and Groot, like in Infinity War, like dun, dun, and it was just like, oh, ah. Everyone is like freaking out. Me and my friend Brandon are like, oh yes, yes, yes. And then like when Captain Marvel at the end of that movie, or one part of the end of that movie, spoilers, I haven't seen it. She just goes like, turns it on, and I was like, get her, Carol, get him. And then like everyone's like, what? Like that's an awesome moment. That's a heckin' awesome moment, and nobody is cheering. That is BS. That is doo-doo. I hate that. Be happy. Let yourselves be happy. Let yourselves get excited. Come on, Germany. Come on, Europe. You all got to get excited. Like some of the best times I had were in movie theaters. Where there was this one dude in not the most recent Godzilla movie, not Godzilla vs Kong. There was another Godzilla movie like a few years ago, where it wasn't that packed of a theater, but there was a couple dudes, Indian guys, in like the first or third row or something like that, and it was that part of the trailer where this guy says like, in actuality, like last time we let them fight, like, but this time we joined the fight, and the guys in the first row are like, yeah, yeah, and I was like, yeah, get them, guys, like, I don't know, it's just like excitement is infectious, and I love that. Yeah, American movie theaters are just so much fun, and European movie theaters are, yeah, they're good, they're fun, it's exciting. It's like, oh, I'm seeing this in Europe, but they don't have that. Oh, now I get it. Americans are loud, they're a little overexcited sometimes, but I'm excited about life. What can I say? Like again, why I do these YouTube channel updates every day. One is to talk to you guys because it's really fun. But also it's just to share my excitement, to share my enthusiasm. And there were a bunch of people that were saying like, hey, our Realty's getting flack for his, beef with Upper Echelon Gaming and Big Fry, and Earth 2 Meta, his stuff was released, all his personal info. So it's like, okay, well, I should, and they were saying like, you should probably, calm it down, separate yourselves from everyone, just focus on OMI and Pokemon. And no, never. I'll never give up. I'll never. I don't think I'd ever stop doing this just because it's fun. Like it's another stream of income, but it's fun. I enjoy it. I like talking about it. The reason why this channel started was because I wanted to talk about Pokemon sales data because nobody else was talking about it, and especially right now when Bowl Combo does a video like once a week, but Earth 2 Mastery and Earth 2 Odyssey, I don't think I've seen videos from a while. Our Realty is the one but Guidebook Gaming is the only other one that makes daily content. I don't think. I mean, you got E2 Daily Podcast. You have I'm Human Podcast. You have a bunch of these podcasts where, thank you guys for 15 likes. That means the world. That do make daily content, but I feel like just I make the most right now, just because 2 streams a day and videos on top of that. And yes, Guidebook Gaming they do every day. Weekends I tend to not do streams just because I'm what do you call it, in the what's that called, I just with the girlfriend or doing whatever, but yeah, those types of things where I don't care unless the developers do something immoral or illegal, or that I'll because again I love the game, even if the game comes out and like, oh, it's okay, it's good, but it's not like the crazy amazing things we were expecting. If I still like it, I'm still gonna make videos about it. Because yeah, there's always, again, people are so creative, just with the idea of that demo alone, where they showed the rendering of the buggy going different places. Okay, we could go in buggies and play King of the Hill. Whoever's on this one tile or this one spot on this one tile is King of the Hill until somebody crashes into them and knocks them off. Now they're King of the Hill. Like playing tag, the ideas that people were coming up with, like, oh, tag, you're it. Now we got the whole map to be able to go and try to find us, going up hills, going over like rivers, and tag until somebody else is it. That type of thing is fun, especially if you go and say, hey, we're going to be a group of us. We're going to have a bunch of adult beverages. My hip. A bunch of daddy sodas, and just spelling your name in the ground with by drifting. That type of thing is so much fun, and I love the fact that we're gonna be able to do that. So even just with that, again, resources, like, I can't wait to, like, for the content, like what we're gonna see. Oh, this and that. I mean, we get new stuff pretty much every week, and a lot of other. You had South Korea do a commercial or a news thing on Earth 2. So, yeah, it's not just us. There's a bunch of people out there that aren't necessarily in the community. I have a hair in my cut, and that hurts. So I'm going to ignore that. And then also the amount of friends I've gotten from this as well. A bunch of people offering to fly me out to Dubai. A bunch of people offering to have them stay with them in the Netherlands or in Norway, and just... it's really cool. Scotland as well. So I am going to go around speaking of Scotland, where's the place in the Loch Ness Monster? That's in Scotland, right? I'm going to stay in a place that is right next to that lake, that Loch Ness Lake. I don't know what it's called. Abdi Hussein Ali says, hi, I lost my E2 2FA authenticator. What should I do? I would email the developers, like go in there and email them, and I would also go on the E2 Discord, and then I would say, all right, well, this Discord, there's a place called #bug reporting. So send them an email and then go to bug reporting as well. That's just, and post your comments and concerns there, because that's something that'll usually help. Or go to Facebook, Victoria or Liz. Just one of the do the official Earth 2 Facebook, and when you go there, tell them exactly what happened. That they should be able to give you a much better thing of what to do, because it hasn't happened to me, so I don't know. Yeah, so that's the best advice that I would give, is to go there and make that happen. So I hope that helps, Abdi Hussein Ali, and I think it'll be something that should be. Yeah, I think there's something that should be fixed relatively quickly. I don't know if you can call 5CA. I know they are customer support that works with Earth 2. I don't know if that's a place that you can call from a country that you're in. But yeah, I would try 5CA. But again, send them an email. Go to their Discord. Go to their Earth 2 official Facebook. Even if it feels like you're spamming, obviously don't do it like don't make 10 posts on the Earth 2 official Facebook. One post is fine. And then tag a mod on the Earth 2 official Facebook, and then again go to Discord, go to bug reporting, and send them an email. And if you can, contact 5CA. But if not, those other three things should be fine, and you should have it resolved pretty quickly. Because again, even though you lost your 2FA and you can't get in your account, you still have that cell phone that's on there. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Luckily, I haven't had, knock on wood, I haven't had any problems with Earth 2 as far as, well, I've never tried to withdraw because I'm gonna withdraw. That is in there for the long haul, maybe, and that'll pay dividends for me in the future, I believe. But outside of that, Earth 2's ran very smoothly for me. The only times when it hasn't is when we weren't able to buy tiles because the traffic was so huge. It was so insane. It was so explosive, and the devs were just like, "Oh, this is what happened." They went viral. OVR Landlord says, so how much OMI is too much? It depends on you. It depends on the risk. It might be too much when you think when it will negatively affect you if you lose it. Obviously, if you put in, let's say 2% of your net worth or 5% of your net worth, it's something that, okay, if you lose it, that's fine. Like, again, don't put any money you're not willing to lose. But for me, I put in like what, $30,000. It's only $18,000 right now because of the price, but I put in like 30 or even more than that $1,000, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with selling this big card, putting 100 grand into OMI, and not. I'd be very sad if it went to zero and it exploded, but I don't believe that it will. And in my mindset, well, I could always make more money. But where it negatively affects you, where it says like, if I lose this, I'm going to jump off a building, I'm going to commit seppuku, I'm just going to off myself. Okay, that's too much. That is too much OMI. When you realize, okay, if I lose this, yeah, something bad's going to happen. I'll do something bad to myself. You self-inflict damage to yourself. That is too much OMI. But again, too much OMI for one person could be not enough for the next. For me, it's never enough. I will put as much in as I can. Even after I put in all that money, if I see it drop 50% again, oh hell yeah, am I putting more in? That's just what I do. And I do have an issue with selling because I always buy and I just hold. I never sell. Piehead says Loch Ness is the name of the lake. Loch means lake. Okay, Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland, but Glasgow is the biggest city. Oh, I'm an idiot. I could, for like 20 years I thought it was Glasgow. But okay, so Loch Ness, I am going to a place where the people there, they live right on the Loch Ness. They live right on the lake. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be great, and I can't wait for that. I really can't wait. So I'll be there next time I go to Europe. It might be like a 2-month trip. I will be there. Our landlord is offing yourself is definitely too much, but like you said, you can work, so you'll never be broke. That's true. And again, your risk tolerance gets lower as you get older, but also, your risk tolerance for me is higher than somebody that's 23 that has a wife and a kid, because they're not taking risks on just for themselves. They're taking on risks for their family as well, where I don't have that issue. I'm not bound by that. So, and also I feel like for me, again, you put in all this money in, I'm okay because if I go to zero, if let's say if Tesla explodes, my Pokemon card thing catches on fire, Citibank is destroyed, and I have to start back from zero. Okay, well, I know I'm not going to starve. I know I can always go back. Taco Bell is very cheap, $5 a day. Do I ever want to go back to that again? No. Heck to the no. But the idea that we could start over again and now being smarter than I was when I was 26 and I started. Yeah, I'm very excited about it. Not about. I'm just excited at how much I've learned the last 4 years. What's this question again? Yeah, so it'll never be 100% broke. That's just my theory on it. Adi Hussein Ali says, yeah. So if you didn't get it before, Abdi Hussein Ali, it was just go to Discord, go to #bug reporting, email them on the official site, go on their Earth 2 official Facebook, and then that's it. Those 3 things, and you should be fine. So yeah, Piehead, I don't know where you are in the in the Scotland area, but I will be towards that Loch Ness at some point next year. The people that had invited my girlfriend too. I don't know if she wants to go, but if you want to be my girlfriend, great. Yeah. So anyone, I'll let you guys know when I go to Europe. Again, if anybody lives in New Jersey, come to Atlantic City the weekend of the 9th and the 10th of July. I will be there. So you want to come hang out and again, be advised, it is not for the faint of heart. It's not for the weak. I'll be with my military buddies, and there's going to be some harsh jokes thrown around everywhere. This is not a safe space. It is not a safe space. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. It's going to be much drinking. There's going to be a lot of good things, a lot of fun things. Might do some PT while we're there. On Saturday morning, wake up, go for a nice run on the boardwalk. Go swimming in that beach is not good. it's not. Yeah. Jay Popping says no such thing as too much OMI. Yes, there's never a thing as too. I remember this one health documentary they made us watch in health class in 8th grade, where this girl was really skinny, like too skinny, and she goes to another girl. It's like, there's no such thing as too skinny, and I was like, oh, that's okay. So that's what this disease can do to people. And the body dysmorphia, I think I have in the opposite way, where I always think I'm too thin. I always think I have baby arms, regardless if I actually have decent sized arms. I just always think they're baby like arms because I do have that body. I always think my arms are too skinny, my stomach is too fat, I don't have a good butt or legs. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a real thing. And I'll probably do that video today on why I keep my account solo always, like my actual bank account. Keep you all posted on that. Jay Popping says, always a dude with a bigger pump at the gym. Yeah, always, like, remember Qui-Gon Jinn in Phantom Menace? There's always a bigger fish. There's always a bigger pump. I see it. I don't know. Danielle goes to the gym, my girlfriend. Like, I don't know why she thinks I'm so, like, beautiful, sexy. Like, there are dudes there that are so gorgeous. Like, no homo, but, like, kind of, like, they just got this chiseled face. They got this just, like, really good hairline. They have good everything. And it's like, Danielle, why are you with me? Like, these guys are so hot. Again, no homo. I like girls. I've only been with girls. Except for that one time for that private investigating job where we had to. Anyway, yeah, always bigger pump, but I love that. You know, a way where a lot of girls get jealous at other girls. I don't get that with other guys. Like, oh, you're like, that's inspiration for me to get as big as him, to eat as much as that guy, to lift as much, you know, to be able to punch with that much power. Like, I don't get jealous. I think like, wow, that's good inspiration. No problem. Abdi Hussein Ali, and says, do I to buy OMI now? I buy OMI whenever I can. I buy OMI as soon as I have money. That being said, I've been buying since 0.008, and now it's 0.0015 or 14, whatever. So it has gone down a lot. I'm okay with buying up here and also buying down here when it goes down, because I know where it'll go in the future. Again, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I only put in money that I'm willing to lose, which is pretty much everything. I'm willing to lose everything. But I'm also doing it because I know that I don't know or care what it does in the short term, but in the long term, I happen to think I know where it's going. Lord Burry says, "Hey Randy, Lord Burry from England, just saying hi. I'm one of the top 50 E2 investors, and proud to say I recently bought my first Chavez tiles. Let's go! Let's get this bread!" Sorry, I like to go like Batista on everyone when I get really excited. So good for you, mate. I have a friend in Kent, England, where I go see whenever I go to. It's right above London, and fun story time. I think I've told this before. Is when. What was 2016? Yeah, I really wanted to hook up with this girl that I was staying with, and we did. But then she's like, "Hey, let's go out to like a club. Let's go out to like a bar." I was like, "Okay, yeah, let's go." So we go a bunch of places, and then she's like, "Oh, do you want to go to GAY?" And I was like, "Is that a club?" And I'm thinking like, and I'm pretty buzzed by this point. I was like, "Oh, Europe, yeah, GAY. That's a European club thing." I guess like, "Yeah, sure." Not like my brain did not put two and two together that spelled gay, and I go there, and it was the most fabulous gay club that I've ever been to. Not that I go to gay clubs all the time. I don't. I am like 99% straight. Like, and then yeah. So GAY is actually a really really popular club, and it was fun. I still had a good time. But yeah, that's what happened my first time in England. Abdi Hussein Ali says, what do Chavez tiles mean? So Chavez, there are a lot of megacities. And in the megacities, you have it in different countries. Like Guidebook Gaming has a bunch of megacities, like in Afghanistan and Europe and Africa. Wherever. My megacity is called Chaveztopia, and it's in Antarctica. And the link down below where it says Chavez Megacity, in the description box, you'll see that. And that megacity is mine. Obviously, not all those tiles are mine. But a good deal of them are, and a bunch of people do some crazy, insane artwork with the tiles. It's really cool. It's really fun to see. And yeah, if you want to go there, and my my job as El Presidente of Chaveztopia is to try to make it really cool, have a bunch of fun games, take care of all the advertising, and I'm gonna also, if you can sing, I'm going to go and put on talent shows, karaoke nights, actual talent shows, comedian nights, whatever it is, and I'm gonna give out actual tiles as prizes. I'm gonna give out cash prizes because that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be me and Raythax. We have the guy that gave me a super chat. We have an idea for a museum for all the NFTs, for the trading cards, and for the Easter eggs and all that. So again, there's lots of ideas, and my goal is to make it such a fun place that everyone from all over the world comes, and as a consequence of that, as a result, you'll see a bunch of people that are getting a lot of ad revenue. You get a bunch of people getting a lot of foot traffic. That's my idea behind it. Jay Popping says, I hate GAY, the music is too corny. Yeah, a little bit. Soho is decent for a night out with a mixed group, but GAY, here, yeah. Never, yeah. It was a calculated risk, but I scored at the end of the night with Jadine, with a girl. So, yes. It is our time for our last Patreon member shout out of the stream. Oh, what do we got? Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be damned because I want it all. It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Now she's falling asleep and she's calling a cab. So, guys, I never like to close my stream without giving you the opportunity to make Dashi the Lord of your life. Friends, will you pray with me? You say, Lord Dashi, I repent of my sins. I ask you to come into my heart, and I make you my Lord and Savior. Friends, if you pray that simple prayer, we believe you got born again. Get in a good Dashi-based church. Make Dashi first place. Dashi will take you places that you never even dreamed of. And that is the religion of Dashi. I gotta make a Facebook page for that. Abdi Hussein Ali says, what impressed me is when I saw someone selling oil reach tiles for 5 million USD. A lot of people do a lot of cool stuff. There could be oil in Antarctica, a lot of fresh water in Antarctica. I believe a lot of good things will be coming from Chaveztopia. Anyway, guys, I love you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you, Ray. Thanks for that super chat. And everyone say bye-bye, Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Church of Dashi. Dog bless you. I see what you did there. All right, goodbye, guys. Meow, meow.